again talking about fossils, and fossils gives us clues about past environments or about our past from long, long ago. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at this video clip on how fossils are formed and how they give us evidence or proof of living things that were once long ago.
What is a layer of sedimentary rock that contains the fossil remains of sea animals evidence of?
If these fossils were sea animals, that means what?
There was water there.
There was once water there. And you know, Fossil Creek is an area here in Fort Worth, Texas that is known for lots of fossils. So we have lots of fossils that we can just go out and pick up as we're walking up and down the street. What does that tell us about Fort Worth?
There water was there.
That water was once there. So that gives us proof and evidence that once upon a time, long, long time ago, that Fort Worth was covered by water.
Very good.
Fossil remains of sea animals, or seashells, tell us that this area was once covered by shallow seas. Impressions of footprints, dung, tooth marks, or burrows are known as trace fossils. Trace fossils record the behavior or activity of plants and animals. This scientist is excavating or removing the fossilized burrow of a small reptile that was believed to have lived 245 million years ago in Antarctica. The burrow was buried under sediments and filled in with silt, which eventually turned to rock. Other than the burrow, fossilized scratch marks and footprints are the only traces or evidence that the reptile once lived here. Here's a fossil made by a reptile long ago. Reptiles are cold-blooded, meaning they cannot control their own body temperature. They must live in a warm environment in order to survive. What could this fossilized burrow be saying about Antarctica's climate at that time?
Okay, that it was probably really not that cold. It's probably warm.
It had to have been warm at one time. Okay, Antarctica is like the coldest place that we know of. But they're saying they found reptiles who are warm, or cold-blooded animals who have to live in a warm climate. They found remains of those animals there. So as she said, that once before, Antarctica had to be pretty warm. It gives us evidence.
This tells us Antarctica's climate has changed over time. During the time the reptile lived here, the continent of Antarctica must have been closer to the equator, so it would have received more direct energy from the sun, resulting in a warmer climate. Coal miners in Illinois recently discovered some really big clues to the past. They discovered imprinted remains of giant ferns and tall tropical trees on the roof of the mine. This tells us that 300 million years ago, Illinois was once a rainforest. It had giant ferns and tropical trees, none of which are found there today. Amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay.